My name is Gavin Morton, and I'm with HR.com, and I'm sitting here at the Mirage in front of the HR bus, visiting with Vinayak from Drafted. Vinayak, tell me about Drafted. What is Drafted all about?
So Drafted is the world's first referral network. And you might ask, well, what's a referral network? And the answer is, you know some networks already. You know Facebook is a social network. You know that LinkedIn is a professional network. But then you also know that Instagram is a social network with photos, and WhatsApp is a social network for messaging, and Tinder is a social network for dating. But those things don't really exist in the professional networking space because no one really thought about the smaller use cases in professional networking that people do, one of those being referrals. And so what we're doing is we're creating a professional network, kind of like LinkedIn, but focused entirely on making that magical referral happen.
So that sounds like a cool product. So how do you differentiate yourself from others?
Great question. So I guess the short answer is the way that we differentiate from a company like LinkedIn is the same way that Instagram would differentiate from a company like Facebook. We're both networks and we're both serving the same people, but we're serving very different purposes. Right? And if you see like the trend of companies is going from very generic like Facebook to very specific like Instagram and WhatsApp. And so the same way in professional networks, will evolve from being more generic like LinkedIn to more specific like Drafted. And some other examples might be WeWork or Meetup.com that are creating these other professional networks for other use cases that you already know about. Okay.
So we talked a little bit earlier about best in class for employee referrals. So tell me what the numbers are for best in class if I know if I'm doing it well or not.
Totally. So the average company today hires about 29% of their hires through referrals. But the best-in-class ones, the one that are like kind of one standard deviation above the average, are between 45 to 60%. So an example would be Facebook that hires 60% of their people through referrals. Deloitte hires 45% of their people through referrals. Stripe hires 70% of their people through referrals. And so, if you want to kind of go from being just average to being best in class, then you literally need to double the number of people that you're hiring through referrals. And that's exactly the product that we offer to employers as part of our referral network.
So I need to double my referrals. I call Vinayak.
That's right. And we can literally do it in 90 days.
Fantastic. Okay, so what is next for Drafted?
Great question. So, referrals are kind of a universal magical thing, right? When a great introduction happens, whether it's happening for hiring someone, whether it's happening for a business partnership, whether it's happening for sales or marketing, it's always awesome when it happens. And so we're on a mission to make more referrals happen that are higher quality for more people, right? And so we're just starting in hiring and we're starting in HR, which is why we're here at HRTransform. But you can see that the obvious next steps for us is to make referrals happen everywhere. There's no reason we have to just limit them to hires. We can also have introductions for conference speakers and introductions for fundraising.
Very good, Vinayak. I really appreciate you telling us more about your company.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for everything. Great to be here.
All right. Very good. Thank you.